The 2025 Four Nations Face-Off starts today, and it's set to feature elite hockey talent from Canada, the United States, Sweden, and Finland, with games scheduled between February 12th and 20th in Montreal and Boston. Each team comprises 23 NHL players, including 13 forwards, 7 defensemen, and 3 goaltenders. The tournament will follow a round-robin format with top 2 teams advancing to the championship game. I personally wish they had all the elite talent represented in this tournament, but unfortunately, they do not. It's a best-on-best tournament, but only best-on-best on these 4 nations. In this video, I'll give you a look at their rosters, jerseys, and give my thoughts on who might win this whole thing. So buckle up, hockey fans. I'm here to give you the latest info on the 4 nations. If you've been liking my hockey content, please leave me a like and subscribe. If you've already done so, thank you, and let's get into it. I'm going to start with Team Canada because, honestly, I'm from Canada. So, Canada's roster boasts a blend of seasoned veterans and emerging stars. Key forwards include Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, Sidney Crosby, I know he's at the end of his career, I still consider him one of the best players in the league, and Nathan MacKinnon from the Colorado Avalanche, honestly. McKinnon, Crosby, and McDavid on the power play is going to be disgusting. They provide a part of the potent offensive lineup. The defense is anchored by Cal McCarr from Colorado and Josh Morrissey from Winnipeg, who is a no-brainer on this team, and honestly, I think he's going to have his coming out party in this tournament. Now, here's the biggest weakness for Canada. Their starting goalie is Jordan Binnington, and as a Bruins fan, I kind of hate the guy. I know he's a proven winner, but I still hate him. Their full roster, though, is Sam Bennett from the Florida Panthers, Anthony Cirelli from Tampa Bay Lightning, Sidney Crosby, who I mentioned, Brandon Hagel, Seth Jarvis, Travis Kootenay, Nathan MacKinnon, Brad Marchand, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, and Mark Stone. That makes up your forward group. That forward group is absolutely the best in this tournament. I know a lot of you are going to say maybe the United States. I just can't see a forward group that is consisting of Connor McDavid and Nathan MacKinnon, along with this cavalcade of players after the fact, not being the best. MacKinnon and McDavid are probably the 2 best players in the whole tournament. Their defense is made of Cal McCarr, Josh Morrissey, Colton Parayko, Drew Doughty, Travis Sanheim, Shea Theodore, and Devon Tay. Expectations are high for Team Canada, traditionally a powerhouse in international hockey. With a roster rich in talent and experience, they aim to reclaim their dominance on the world stage. The combination of McDavid's speed, Crosby's leadership, and MacKinnon's versatility makes them a formidable contender. Myself being from Canada, I will be cheering for them, but I think we're in for a great tournament, and Team USA, I think, has got the best roster they have ever assembled for international hockey. I wanted to talk about the jerseys. The Canadian jersey maintains its iconic red and white color schemes, featuring a prominent maple leaf emblem at the center. The design reflects a blend of traditional and modern aesthetics, symbolizing national pride and the country's storied hockey heritage. At first, when I saw these things, I really wasn't a fan. I got to go see them up close. Man, it's a nice jersey. Let's move on to Team USA. The United States brings a dynamic mix of youth and experience. Key forwards include Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, the Tkachuk brothers, Matthew and Brady. On defense, you have Adam Fox, Charlie McAvoy from my beloved Boston Bruins, offer agility and offensive prowess. In goal, though, you have probably the best goalie in the tournament, which is Connor Hellebuyck. Team USA's full roster consists of Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, who I honestly think is the dark horse for this Team USA team. That guy can score from anywhere. Jack Eichel, who is their top center so far for this tournament, and I do think he's going to play a pivotal role, considering he's won a cup and the way he's changed his play under head coach Bruce Cassidy over in Vegas. He is going to be a dominant player in this tournament for Team USA. Jake Gensel, Jack Hughes, Chris Kreider, Dylan Larkin, Austin Matthews, who is their captain, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, and Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck is also going to be another pivotal player for them. I think his checking role is going to be key for any victory for Team USA. Their defense is Brock Faber, Adam Fox, Noah Hannafin, Jake Sanderson, Charlie McAvoy, Jacob Slavin, and Zach Werenski. Their goaltending, key. Best goaltending in this tournament. Connor Hellebuyck, Jake Ottinger, and Jeremy Swayman from the Boston Bruins. Swayman is going to be the 3rd string. Hellebuyck is going to be the starter. So the only way Ottinger is going to get any time, I think, is either Hellebuyck gets hurt or doesn't play well in the first game. I just don't see either happening. Maybe Ottinger gets game 2 just to see what he can do, but I really think this is Hellebuck's net and no one else's. Team USA aims to leverage its blend of seasoned players and rising stars to make a deep tournament run. The offensive depth, combined with mobile defense, positions them as a strong contender. The Tkachuk brothers' physical play and Matthew's scoring ability are pivotal to their strategy. And as I mentioned before, I really think Jack Eichel is going to play a key role. And in an international play, Charlie McAvoy always steps up, so I have a funny feeling he's going to be huge for them as well. The American jersey features a modern take on the classic design, with bold navy blue as the primary cover, complemented by a red and white accents, with the letters USA are prominently displayed across the chest, embodying a sleek and patriotic aesthetic. Let's move on to Team Sweden. Sweden's roster is highlighted by forwards Elias Pettersson from Vancouver, William Nylander, Mika Zibanejad, and the defense boasts Victor Hedman and Erik Karlsson. Erik Karlsson almost he has a letter on this team, but I almost think he's, a spare part. But we'll see in this tournament. We'll see. They provide a strong two-way presence and some offensive. Goaltending duties, I think, is going to be the starter will be Linus Ullmark. Their full forward roster consists of Victor Arvidsson, Jasper Bratt, Leo Carlsson, youngest in the tournament, Joel Eriksson Ek, Philip Forsberg, William Karlsson, Adrian Kempe, Elias Lindholm, William Nylander, Gustav Nyquist, Elias Pettersson, Lucas Raymond, and Mika Zibanejad. They have a great roster, very balanced roster. Sweden could be a dark horse in this tournament. Their defense consists of Rasmus Andersson, Jonas Brodin, Rasmus Dahlin, Matthias Ekholm, Gustav Forsling, Victor Hedman, and Erik Karlsson. Goaltending, you've got Philip Gustafsson and Linus Ullmark. They're known for their disciplined play and strong defensive system. Team Sweden aims to utilize their structured approach and skilled roster to contend for a championship. The combination of experienced defensemen and creative forwards makes them balanced and a formidable opponent. The Swedish jersey retains its traditional three crowns emblem, symbolizing the nation's monarchy. The bright yellow base with the blue accents reflects the national colors, presenting a classic and recognizable look on the ice. Honestly, I've seen these up close as well. Probably the nicest jersey in the tournament. Team Finland's lineup features forwards Sebastian Aho, Alex Barkov, probably the best two-way forward in the tournament, and Mikko Rantanen. The defense includes Esa Lindell, known for their solid defensive play. Jussi Saros is from the Nashville Predators, is expected to be their starting goalie. Right before the tournament, they lost their best defenseman in Miro Heiskanen. So honestly, I think their defense took a huge hit before this tournament. They lost a bunch of guys. The forwards consist of Sebastian Aho, Joel Armia, Barkov, Mikko Granlund, Erik Hula, Rope Hintz, Capo Kakko, Patrick Laine, Arturi Lehkonen, Antoine Lindell, Eetu Listerainen, Mikko Rantanen, Teuvo Teravainen, Henrik Lukaharu. I think I said that right. The defense has Henry Jokiharju, Esa Lindell, Olli Mata, Nico Mikkola, Nicholas Matopola. He's from the Ottawa Senators. I know I said that incorrectly. I do apologize. And Euro Vakanainen, used to be a Boston Bruin. And UC Valimaki. This is their biggest weakness by far. Their defense just doesn't look that good. Their goaltending is Kevin Lankinen, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and Jussi Saros. Their goaltending is great, but once again, the defense, they're just not that good. I would say Finland is by far the weakest team in this tournament, and going into it, if I think they had their full defensive roster, they might have been a dark horse. Team Finland is recognized for their tenacious and team-oriented play style with a roster that combines skill and grit. They aim to leverage their cohesive unit to challenge the more traditional dominant hockey nations. Their leadership of Barkov and their scoring touch of Aho are central to their plan. Finnish jersey showcases a royal blue color with white accents, featuring the lion emblem prominently on the chest. The word Suomi, meaning Finland in Finnish, is displayed, emphasizing national pride and the team's fighting spirit. The schedule, the Four Nations face-off, will commence on February 12th, 2025, which is today, with games hosted at Montreal's Bell Center and Boston's TD Garden. Each team will participate in a round-robin format, playing in 3 games. The top 2 teams, based on points, will advance to the championship game on February 20th. The playoff format will get announced after, once we know which teams are going to be there, but I believe it starts on February 20th. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win this. So, who do I think is going to win this? I personally think Canada has the best forward group by far. But they have a weakness in goal. With regards to the USA versus Canada on defense, Canada has the edge in experience. And in experience, I mean cup-winning defensemen. 5 out of 7 defensemen on Canada have won the Stanley Cup and know what it takes to win. I do look at the U.S. defense and see speed and skill that could dominate. And I have a big feeling McAvoy is going to play a huge role on that back end. My heart says Canada, but my brain keeps saying USA. This isn't to say Finland and Sweden don't stand a chance, but I think Finland has a solid group of forwards, but they're lacking on the back end, while Sweden is more a rounded team, and I think Olmark could steal some games. I just don't think either team is going to win the tournament, but would love to be proven wrong. I expect we see some upsets in the first couple games, which will set the tone for the tournament. And my hope is we see some great hockey, which means this could be the new format moving forward, and we don't have any more All-Star games. I'm just not a fan of All-Star games at all. Let me know in the comments, though, what you think of this whole thing and who you think is going to win this tournament. That's a wrap on today's video. To stay up to date on all news surrounding the Boston Bruins, please subscribe and drop me a like. If news breaks surrounding the Boston Bruins, be sure to check out the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you, and I'll see you next time.